What is up, everybody? We are back for Tournament of Survival around. Wow. Gage of Survival 5. Live from the showboat in Atlantic City, New Jersey. At 4 p.m. Central Time. We started off this contest with a 5-man scramble match. Oh, excuse me. We had Tony Deppen versus Flying Ryan O'Neal versus Devious Cass versus the Problem Child Logan Cavazos versus Dirty Sal. Good match. Literally just a great opener. Set the tone for the night. Tony Deppen picked up the victory. Against Masterina House Art. Like, it was just an overall good match. There's not much to say. It was just your typical GCW scramble. But we move into our next section of this review. MOJ is in the ring. He welcomes Nino Extremo into the ring. He gets a little promo being like, hey, I'm hurt. I can't compete in the cage tonight. I feel bad, blah, blah, blah. Charles Mason comes out and says he wants to finger all the wounds, and then he attacks Nino. Mr. Danger comes out, helps him. Then Joey Janela comes out, attacks Danger. Him and Mason start teaming up and attack both of them. Busting the Brain, Alec Price and Jordan Oliver come out to fight off Janela and Mason. An impromptu match for the GCW tag titles happens because it was supposed to be Charles Mason and Joey Janela for the JCW title that night. But instead, we have Bustin' the Brain, Alec Price and Jordan Oliver versus the bad boy Joey Janela versus the root of all evil, Charles Mason. Excellent match, good back and forth, just hot, crazy hot action. Obviously the Bustin' the Brain match, they do their thing. Lots of double G moves. I believe this is the first time they busted out their what is now kind of their tag finish of a double Styles Clash. Crazy to see Jordan Oliver and Alec Price still pick up the victory and are still your GCW World Tag Team Champions, but afterwards Janela and Mason attack the champion in a return favor. Extremo and Danger come out for the save and run off Janela and Mason. After this, you will see later on in the card, GCW, or Nino did join the front row of the crowd. But after this, we had a very good match. We had the International Man of Mischief, Juni Underwood, versus the Finest, Marcus Mathers. Excellent match. Glad to see Juni's finally getting a one-on-one contest in GCW. Marcus Mathers does pick up the victory, but it was an excellent match. Couldn't be any better. I did give this match 4 stars. I literally just put great match, surprising use of weapons, and it was really only a chair and a door bridge, or 2 doors. Then we had your Game Changer World podcast video promo, and then we had a QR code. QR code, and now cue the video. Okay, and we'll get to that in later renditions because we already know who's behind the QR code. Then we had a fucking death match. We had the most wow. We had the most electrifying man in deathmatch wrestling, Jack Harrop, and the deathmatch granddad Iceman, the Harrops, taking on. Oh, my notes got really fucked up. I go here for a second. The death match Dysfunction versus and the man, the king, the god of this shit, Nick fucking Gage, along with Discount Dewy Donavan at ringside. Overall, this was a very good match. I disagree with some of this stuff because it did seem like I guess I had higher expectations from this match, but there was a lot of Jack taking punishments, which I get it. He's the young kid. He's 23, 24, maybe 25 years old. Been wrestling for like 3-4 years, so he's gonna take a lot of the damage opposed to his dad and Iceman. But it just seems like they would do a little bit and then dysfunctional full Iceman, just break twos or hit him or just hold him and watch his son take punishment. It just got boring after I saw up, but eventually they did a couple spots where Jack took the punishment and ate the pin. I did give this match 4.5 stars. It was very good, but yeah, it just that little from what it was hyped up to be, it just seemed like that fell a little bit short. We have your Gage of Survival. We always knew that there was going to be a Gauntlet match for Tremod's Ultraviolent Championship, but we didn't know how many people. Like, it was maximum of 4 in the ring. And when they explained the rules, they said 13-man Gauntlet match for the title. Eliminations have occurred by pinfall, submission, or being tossed from the cage. I think they were very liberal with those rules, but we'll move on from that. We had entrant number 1. You had the defending champion, Matt Tremont. Then you had your entrant number 2, La Chola Viperess. Overall, they did a couple of things. I think they only had like 3-4 minutes. I think they kind of fudged the time on entries because they said like every 4 minutes. It seemed like people were coming in a little bit shorter, or like there would be an elimination, then they would just send the next entrant out till they were done. So little off, but I'm not gonna complain about that. Your next entrant was Lucky 13. he kind of did a little bit, but then they sent out Connor Claxton as your second entrant, or your fourth entrant. They did a little bit of stuff. They climbed to the top of the cage where they had a pane of glass spread across some stuff, and and Claxton the tombstone on the Lucky 13, pinning Lucky 13 and eliminating being the first elimination. Then shortly after that, we had the ringmaster Little Sicko as your fifth entrant. Comes out, does some stuff, and this is going to be a lot. Like, it's going to be more, hopefully, in the video recap after this match. Because a lot of these were just like spot, elimination. So, him and Claxton get up on the side of the cage and went off the structure with I think it was a Canadian, if I remember correctly, and go through all this stuff, go through a bunch of panes of glass and tubes and stuff. Essentially, and I went in order of MOJ announcing the eliminations. So technically, Connor Claxton was eliminated second. But he was eliminated by Sicko / himself, and then Sicko was eliminated third, and he was eliminated by Claxton and himself. But then we had your your sixth participant in Jimmy fucking Lloyd. And comes out, they do a little spot. Then we had Death Botanic and Murphy come out. He enters on a forklift, scaffolding truck, a scissor lift. There we go. That's what I was looking for. He enters on a scissor lift, has tubes strapped around it. As soon as they get like right near the cage, Viper climbs out. They do some tube spots, and then they go up to the ceiling, and then Viper dives off. With a crossbody to Jimmy Lloyd, and pins Jimmy Lloyd for eliminating him. Then Anakin Murphy comes off with essentially a coffin drop on the three of them that are left in the ring. Jimmy gets pinned, and then Anakin kind of moves in position and jumps, and then Lloyd is still in the ring to cushion the fall from Anakin Murphy. But your next entrant after that was Jamison Shook. I think he did good. He came, with very well. I think he didn't get enough time in the match. It felt like it came very short. I wonder if something was, wrong, or he had a slight injury from a match that he did the night before, or the week before, or whatever. So there's that, and eventually him and Anakin Murphy climb up to the side of the cage scaffolding on the side that had been propped sideways, parallel, with what I can only describe as a trampoline of tubes. There, and they knock each other. They knock each other off of the ladder, and they both hit that side of the cage, and then it collapses, and then they call. This is where they just kind of went liberties with feet hitting the floor or being thrown from the cage, whatever you want to call it, with Anakin Murphy being the fifth elimination by Shook and himself, and Shook being the sixth elimination by Anakin Murphy and himself. So then we had your ninth entrant, Jeffrey John, the Babushka. Again, just a good overall match, or a good overall performance. Apparently, Jeffrey John had been saying, "Hey, I want to dip my toes in this," so they put him in here. It was for maybe 3 minutes. He got hit with some tubes, did his babushka spot. Got eliminated by Trey Matt with the DVD through, I believe, some tubes on the mat. So he is your 7th elimination. Then we had the Crazy Kid Masashi Takeda. Your winner of TOS 11 comes out as your 10th entrant. Overall, he was just good. He had a little bit more of a showing in this. But then we had the Nomi, Gabby Forza, coming out to be in her, I believe this is her first American Deathmatch appearance. She did do a couple death matches in Japan when her and Bear were on tour with NHB in March, but this is her first American Deathmatch appearance. She did good, stood toe to toe with Takeda, but ultimately Takeda did eliminate her. But then we had the murder surgeon, Dr. Redacted, come out. First thing he does, climbs to the top of the of scaffolding or something, and launches himself off with his trademark trash can. Then goes back and forth a little bit, but ultimately climb back up for a second chance or second time with the trash can, and Takeda, like, throwing isn't the word, but kind of lobs. It was basically like, okay, as soon as I get up there, you see me throw the chair, just kind of aim enough where you can hit it a little bit, and then once he once the connection hit, Redacted takes the bump off of the platform onto the floor. No, I'm super sorry. I was holding that in. Being your 9th elimination. Then a little bit later on, we had Takeda duking it out with Vipers. They do a little bit of stuff. Vipers gets the best of him. Takeda gets eliminated by Vipers, being the 10th elimination. Then we hear Nick Gage's music hit, plays for probably 2-3 minutes, no Gage. They cut to the back. Gage has been jumped by an unknown attacker, essentially now being out of Gage of Survival. But, you know, at this point, it's only Tremont and Vipers. This is where I'm like, okay, Vipers is going to pick up the victory in this, become UB champion, playing into everything. Good. I'd love that for her. You know, she didn't get the tournament the night before, but maybe she'll get this tonight. They get down to it. They start scrapping it out. Vipers. They climb up to the platform that's beside the cage. They fight. Eventually, Vipers gets thrown off of that into several panes of glass, and she hit the floor fucking hard. It looked like it was just an overthrow on everybody's part, and she hit some panes on the way down, but yeah, it wasn't good. I'll just insert one video now. Okay. So Vipers has been eliminated by Matt Tremont. Tremont gets the belt. He's celebrating. They think he wins. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you see a figure just on top. It's like, okay. Then that figure throws Tremont down to the mat from the top of that platform. Unmasked, it's Evil Incarnate Otis Goer. He is taking the 13th entrant spot. He has or grabs a bundle of tubes, jumps off the cage with a big old splash, just like Tremont did to him at the clusterfuck, to take the UV title once again. Your winner by pinfall, eliminating Matt Tremont last. Evil Incarnate Otis Kogar. Overall, this match, yes, it was 12 spots. I thought it was a very decent match for what it was. It just how it is. Crazy match. High spots like crazy. Gage gets attacked. leaving entrant number 13 open. Tremont looks like he won, but a mystery man attacks, and it's Otis Kogar taking 13th spot, pins Tremont to win. And this is, even though it was a pure spot fest, 5-star match. Excellent match. I hit my mic and shake everything else. There's an excellent match. Yes, it could have been a lot better. It wasn't your traditional COS match, but it was still very good. So yeah, overall, I liked this match.
From the knees now. Whoa. Reach to the feet.
All the way up top. Lucky 13. Where's he going? All the way up top.
In the shadows of my mind, a storm is brewing. Voices whisper lies, they're pulling me in. Feel the pressure rising, it's getting heavier. The truth is buried deep, no way to win. Can't escape this feeling, it's taking control. Every thought is twisted, every door is closed. This darkness calls my name, I can't resist. It's written in the stars, there's no disguise. Rise up, break free from this. Shout out loud, let your rage be seen. No more hiding, no more fear. Embrace the fire, burn away the
The ceiling.
Jimmy Ward's confused.
Vipers.
World feels like a prison, cold and unkind. They judge me for what I am, but I'm not blind. I see through all the fakeness, the fake smiles, the systems built on lies. It's time to run. They tried to press me down to make me conform, but I found my strength in the deepest storm. This is my war cry, and I won't shout out loud, let your rage be seen. No more silence, no more pain. We are the ones who will change the game. They told us we were weak, that we'd never make it. But look at us now, standing strong and naked. No more running, no more hiding. This is our moment. This is our fighting.
Oh no! No! Oh! Vipress! Cascade to the floor!
1, 2, 3, 4, let the chaos roar. 1, 2, 3, 4, show them how we soar.
Lining up his shot without crashing down! Otis Kruger!
It was short. That was 4 matches, really. So it was still very good, and I've been recording for almost 20 minutes, so that should tell you how good this event was. So yeah, that is your COS preview, recap, whatever you want to call these. Anyway, until next time, peace.